feel like this shirt's completely out of season. This is a summer shirt. It is not summer, but it is laundry day. I could say that. So all my peeps down in Australia enjoying the sun right now, this shirt's for you. Green Book. So Green Book stars Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali in characters that are not like those characters, which really shows the range in their acting ability. This is based on a true story. Viggo Mortensen plays a tough guy, unrecognizable as Viggo Mortensen. I'm not saying Viggo Mortensen isn't tough, I'm just saying he plays that tough guy, tough talking Italian. Also self-proclaimed master bullshitter. Just a different role. Different than Aragorn anyway. Or the devil in Prophecy. Or the dude in Hidalgo. And Mahershala Ali plays Doc. He's an artist, he plays the piano, he's part of a trio. He's a very cultured, sophisticated gentleman. They play classical music. So Doc's gonna do a music tour in the South, in America, in 1961. And he needs a bit of a tough guy to be his driver, bodyguard, and personal assistant. Enter Tony, that's Viggo Mortensen, so these two are on a road trip together. And not only were Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala Ali great, they were great together. They just have great chemistry. I love the fact that these two were just thrown into this situation. This tough guy Tony, whose horizons have not been broadened by culture and sophistication, and this very cultured gentleman type, and they're nothing alike. They wouldn't elect to hang out together, but fate and the job have brought them together. That's just amusing. It's not amusing in that planes, trains, and automobiles kind of way. This isn't a comedy by any stretch of the imagination, but that scenario, that situation is just amusing to see. At first, then you get attached to the characters and you see them grow. What I really like that this movie did, usually the scenario is the rigid, standoffish one is going to learn how to be a little more tolerant by way of hanging out with the lovable loudmouth, but that just shows growth from one of the two people. This movie shows that both people will grow. And if growth isn't the right word, what I mean to say is both will gain perspective, which I suppose by definition is growth. Because we're all essentially computers, we're hard drives, and we annex information from our interactions with people, the places we go, the scenarios and situations that we take part in. You can't throw two people together and have only one of them learn from the situation. Granted, if Doc didn't grow in this situation, he'd be better off than Tony. Like, Tony probably required more growth, Doc would be fine. This doesn't change the fact that Doc still needed to grow in his own right. So I'm glad that they showed that both people can learn something from each other. And really, this is just a pure, very enjoyable character movie. I mean, Tony's his bodyguard, yeah, but it's not like he throws down every other stop that they make. He's more of a deterrent than anything. There's a couple of racist assholes, they do run into them. But the scenarios you're interested in aren't the people out there, they're the people in the car. Funny thing is, I almost don't know why it's called Green Book. Like, Green Books were these little pamphlets that was like, all right, here's where black people can go and stay if you're touring in the South. So it's relevant, they do use it, but calling it Green Books is kind of a weird call. I feel like I'm running into that Siskel and Ebert scenario for that movie, It Could Happen to You. I remember watching the review back in the 90s and they were like, why is it called It Could Happen to You? I mean, granted, it could happen to you. It's just not the best title for the scenario. That's kind of what I'm running into. I feel like there's going to be another movie that really dives into the Green Book, like what the Green Book was, who made it, like a movie about a Green Book. And they can't call it Green Book now because this is called Green Book, a movie that uses Green Book, but it really should be called Two Guys Driving. But guys, in the end, I really dug Green Book. Mahershala Ali was fantastic. Viggo Mortensen was great. You really see the contrast, like the dynamic of the range of their acting ability. And they worked well together. They had good chemistry together. It was just a very enjoyable, personal story about friendship, growth, a growth of friendship, a growth of character, a growth of perspective. It was just a very human movie. I had a really good time with it. I'll say Green Book's worth watching and worth buying on Blu-ray. All right, so Green Room, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below. Did I call it Green Room or Green Book just now? I don't know. Shit. All right, we'll do another one. All right, so Green Book, have you seen it? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.